Hello everyone, my name is Sanjana Karkera and today we're going to learn about fiber to fabric. Part 1 with presentation made by Amolya Kolipara. For a quick recap, before we get into the presentation, we know that wool and silk are obtained from animals. Wool is obtained from fleece, that is the hair of sheep or yak. Silk fibers come from the cocoons of the silk moth. We have two parts to this topic. Part 1 Wool and wool yielding animals. Part 2 Processing fibers to wool. Let's begin with the first topic, that is wool and wool yielding animals. Wool. Wool is derived from hairy fibers of sheep, goat, yak, and some other animals that bear hair on their body. Hair traps a lot of air, which is a poor conductor of heat, so the hair keeps these animals warm. The hairy skin of sheep has two types of fibers that form fleece. The coarse beard hair, the fine soft underhair close to the skin. The fine hair provides the fibers for making wool. Selective breeding. Some breeds of sheep possess only fine hair, and their parents are specifically chosen to give birth to sheep which have only soft underhair. This process of selecting special characteristics in their offspring is termed as selective breeding. Wool yielding animals. Several animals provide wool, other than the sheep wool which is commonly available. Yak wool is common in Tibet and Ladakh. Angora wool is obtained from Angora goats, found in hilly regions like Jammu and Kashmir. Wool is also obtained from goat hair. The underfur of Kashmiri goat is soft and is woven into fine shawls called pashmina shawls. The hair on camels is also used as wool. Llamas and alpacas found in South America also yield wool. It's activity time. What are we going to do? Collect pictures of animals whose hair is used as wool and stick them in a scrapbook. Here are a few examples of wool yielding animals shown ahead. That is the alpaca goat, and yak. The llama, camel and alpaca. Processing of fibers to wool. In places like Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarachal, Arunachal Pradesh, etc., you can see shepherds taking their herds of sheep for grazing. Sheep are herbivores and prefer grass and leaves. Apart from grazing, rearers are also fed with mixtures of pulses, corn, jowar, oil cakes, and minerals. In winter, sheep are kept indoors and fed on leaves, grain, and fodder. Certain breeds of sheep have thicker hair which yield good quality wool in large quantities, and these are selectively bred. Once the reared sheep grows thick hair, it is shaven off for getting wool. Here is a list of wool that we get from different breeds. Lohi gives good quality wool and it's from Rajasthan, Punjab. Rampur Bushehr gives brown fleece and it's from UP and Himachal Pradesh. Nali gives carpet wool and it's from Rajasthan, Haryana and Punjab. Bakharwal, it gives woolen shawls and it's found in Jammu and Kashmir. Marwari gives coarse wool and it's found in Gujarat. Patanwadi is for hosiery and is also found in Gujarat. So there are 6 steps in processing the wool. First, shearing. 2, scouring. 3rd, sorting. 4, cleaning of burrs. 5, dyeing. 6, rolling. So let's go through each step one by one. Step 1. The fleece of the sheep along with a thin layer of skin is removed from its body. This is called shearing. Usually hair is removed during the hot weather, enabling sheep to survive without the protective coat of hair. Woolen fibers are then processed to obtain woolen yarn. Shearing doesn't hurt the sheep as the uppermost layer of skin is dead. Its hair keeps growing again, just as your hair does. Step 2. The sheared skin with hair is thoroughly washed in tanks to remove grease, dirt, and dust. This is called scouring. Nowadays, scouring is done by machines. Step 3. After scouring comes sorting. The hairy skin is then sent to a factory where hair are sorted according to their textures. Step 4. The small fluffy fibers called burrs are picked out from the hair. The fibers are scoured again and dried. Then, wool is ready to be drawn into fibers. Step 5. The fibers can be dyed in various colors, as the natural fleece of sheep and goat is black, brown, or white. The fibers are straightened, combed, and rolled into yarn. The longer fibers are made into wool for sweaters, and the shorter fibers are spun and woven into woolen cloth. Occupational hazards. Wool industry is an important means of livelihood for many people in our country. But a sorter's job is risky as sometimes they get infected by a bacterium called anthrax, which causes a fatal blood disease called the sorter's disease. Such risks faced by workers in any industry are called occupational hazards. Thank you. That's all for this presentation.